Destiny 2 from downloading, because it is going to hammer my fucking frame rate. Oh, it's in library. Install queue. Just pause it for now. And now invite player. Select stream. Refresh. Grab the URL. Grab the URL by the short and curlies. Drop it in Facebook and Twitter. And then we're good to go. Good. It is doing it right now. They fixed Twitter finally. And YouTube is the one. Well, for the longest time, my Twitter, when I tried to share the link for my YouTube, it would not give... Like, it wouldn't do the thing for the, Station. It wouldn't let me... What's the word? Why can't I pick the other two missions? Why am I on Cairo Station? Normal. Try no fucking skulls, not even bandana. Yep. You know what? Close to damn enough. We're gonna start on Cairo Station. Crossplay unavailable. It should not be turned off. Give me a second. Network. No, that campaign shouldn't be giving me issues. Let me look through my settings real quick. Let's see. There are no settings that say that it shouldn't be anywhere. Yep, campaign does not currently support crossplay between Xbox and PC for this title. Crossplay is fully available in Firefight, Forge, and multiplayer modes. Yeah, but I already have the stream set up, and now I'm gonna have to edit the title too. That sucks. Halo 2. Yeah, but Halo 2 is the next title on my list, so I can't really... Yeah. I'll just solo Halo 2. It's not really that long of a friggin' game. I'm gonna kick you out and just bounce it back to the Heretic and do it that way. Because I don't want to have to get behind my chair and reattach the video capture card to my Xbox. It's too much of a pain in the ass. It's the only thing that's not plugged into my Xbox right now is my video capture card. I could play Destiny 2 with my controller right fucking now if I wanted to. It's still downloaded and everything. But... I just don't use the fucking behemoth because the electric bill can barely fucking handle it. Pardon my French. Oh yeah, I need to turn that sound bar down, otherwise it's gonna be an echo on the stream, and I can't have that.
Are you sure?
Yes.
And
Called it a pillar of auto.
the autoplay YouTube stuff has to stop too.
Why was it not destroyed with the rest of their fleet?
It fled as we set fire to their planet.
Let's-
But I followed with all the ships in my command.
When you first saw Halo, were you blinded by its majesty?
Blinded?
Paralyzed? Dumbstruck?
No.
Yet the humans were able to evade your ships, land on the sacred ring, and desecrate it with their filthy footsteps.
Aerox. Surely you understand that once the parasite attacked,
There will be order in this council.
You were right to focus your attention on the flood. But this
Oh
demon,
boy.
this Master Chief,
I am gonna have to pause that for a minute, and actually probably do it right here. Audio output device.
demons intent.
There we go.
There's nothing I could do.
Noble prophet of truth, this has gone on long enough. Make an example of this bungler. The council demands it.
you are one of our most treasured
Yeah.
instruments. Long have you led your fleet with honor and distinction. But your inability to safeguard Halo was a colossal failure.
I will continue my campaign against the humans.
Yeah.
No, you will not.
Three is gonna be
Soon
the
the
quick
great
one
journey
for me.
shall begin.
In order for me to do anything
But
past
when it
4,
does,
though, I'm gonna have to
the weight of your
pop
heresy
the
will stay
capture
your
card
feet,
onto my Xbox
and you shall be left
instead of my
behind.
Switch. Which means that the Zelda stuff that I was doing on Switch is gonna have to wait. Although I did do a deathless run on Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap about a week ago. Deathless, and the one single save was after the end credits.
The plating was about to fail. There's viscosity throughout the gel layer.
Yeah,
Optics,
it's an easy
totally
fucking
fried.
game, though.
And let's not even talk about the
It's
power
like
supply.
Legend of Zelda for
You know
your
how
like
expensive this
6-year-old
gear is, son?
child, pretty much.
Tell that to the Covenant.
But the thing that's gonna
Well, I guess it was all obsolete.
yeah, no,
anyway.
no.
Your new suit's a Mark 6. Just came up from Songnam this morning. Try and take it easy until you get used to the upgrades. Okay, let's test your targeting first thing. Please look at the top light.
Okay, settings, video settings. Original. And done. Save.
Good. Now look at the bottom light, all right? Look at the top light again. That's it. Now the bottom one. Okay. Everything checks out. Stand
There we
by.
go.
I'm gonna offline the inhibitor.
These are the graphics I like.
Move around a little. Get a feel for it. When you're ready, come meet me by the zapper.
Come meet me by the zapper.
Pay attention, because I'm only going over this once. This station will test your recharging energy shields. Your new armor shields are extremely resilient, very efficient. Bingo! As you can see, they recharge a lot faster.
The thing that's going to take the longest in Halo 2 is sitting through all the
Shields go
fucking
down. Find
cinematics,
some
which
cover.
is
Wait
part
for
of the
meter
stream,
to read
so
fully charged.
here we go.
You can hide behind me. You done with my boy here, Master Guns? I don't see any training wheels.
His armor's working fine, Johnson, so shut your chilly hole.
His armor's working fine, Johnson. So shut your chilly hole.
Don't worry.
That's where I
I'll
got
hold his
that
hand.
phrase from, by the way.
So,
used to tell my sister that all the time. I got grounded for saying it too much by my mom. It was funny.
Guns. It's classified.
My ass.
Actually, that's not what I got grounded for. What I got grounded for was my mom told me to stop saying it, and I mouthed back by saying, well, what the fuck do you want me to say? Shut the fuck up, asshole? That's what got me grounded. But...
Earth. Haven't seen it in years. When I shipped out for basic, the orbital defense
and my mom, of course,
politics.
had trouble keeping a straight face while she was grounding me. She was about to bust a gut laughing.
That Mac gun can put a round clean through a Covenant.
It was because she was about to bust a gut laughing that I just kind of took it on the chin. It was only like 2 days.
Coordinated fire from the Athens and the Malta. Nothing's getting past this battle cluster in one.
It was like 2 days. I couldn't play on the PC. I had to use my PlayStation 2. And she literally picked out like 2 games, and they were the only 2 games I was allowed to play for like 2 days. It wasn't bad because she picked out Ace Combat 4, Shattered Skies, and the original version of Final Fantasy 12. So I had plenty of gaming that I could have done. Unfortunately, I also had a shit ton of homework, so I didn't really get to do much gaming anyway.
You told me there wouldn't be any cameras.
And you told me you were gonna wear something nice.
So
Folks need heroes, Chief. Give them hope. So smile. But well, we still got something to smile about.
I know, right? If that's what she said to you, I feel bad. For both of you. Because, like, that borders on the is it in yet comment. Now, I think it's funny. I can get away with saying stuff like that on stream all day long. But the second I say anything pro-Trump, it's like all hell breaks loose. Like, I'm not even kidding. The last time I did a game stream and I talked about being, you know, supportive of the president, my fucking streaming quality bottomed out for like 30 seconds.
Near Io. We have probes en route.
I apologize, but we're going to have to make this quick.
You look nice.
Thank you.
And see, if it only happened once, I would say just a coincidence. It's happened like 30 times. In fact, even now, after saying that, I went from like 10,000 kbps down to like 5. The good thing about not using a game capture card is technically I can play this right off of OBS without looking at my big monitor.
His bravery in the face of impossible odds reflects great credit upon himself and the UNSC. The Navy has lost one of its best.
Yeah. I think unless it's a fucking crime and you're putting it on the internet, I don't give a damn whose website it is. Unless it's something like CP or something like that that violates some sort of law somewhere, then yeah.
We are engaging the enemy. Negative, Admiral. Form a defensive perimeter around the
Like, I don't agree. Alright, as an example, I don't agree with Hassan Piker. I think he's a fucking idiot. That being said, I think he should have the right and the ability to get online and be as much of a fucking idiot as he wants to be. Right? As long as he's not breaking a law in the United States, I shouldn't have to give a shit.
Give their capital ships a straight shot at Earth. Master Chief, defend
Bingo.
this station.
Yes, sir. I need a weapon.
Right this way.
Like, in my opinion, I don't like the fact that he supports terrorism on his channel. I don't. But he's not sending them. Yes, but he is not sending them money, as far as I'm aware. He's not actively recruiting for them, although you could argue that. Well, that's the dual wheel button. Cool.
How's it going, Malta? Stand by. They're latched. Check
yes.
your targets, watch the crossfire.
So, you know, I mean, if you had evidence to back it up, then whatever, but...
Good luck, Cairo.
But I think as far as him saying what he wants to say online, while I disagree with it, and I think he's a fucking idiot for saying it, he has every right to fucking say it. And I don't think these fucking quote-unquote platforms should have the right to take it down. I think it should be open for the public to mock and call what it is. Stupid, retarded garbage. 100%.
You all ready to butt heads?
All hands, report to the battlefield.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like what the U.S. is doing, so you're gonna, you know, say that you like these guys better. Okay, whatever. That's your right. You have a right to say that. And if you can wrangle up enough people to actually vote the way that, you know, the way that you believe, then you might actually be able to, you know, make a difference that matters. But when you act like an editorial as a platform, I think you should be labeled as an editorial and held to a higher standard of neutrality, meaning that you should be watched by the FCC on a regular basis to make sure that you're not trying to editorialize one side over the other. Needs to behave as such. Then they need to be held to publishing platform standards, not distribution standards. If you're going to distribute, then you need to distribute evenly and fairly amongst everyone out there. You can't be arbitrarily picking and choosing. Yeah. You can't be arbitrarily picking and choosing. It has to be based off of some legal standard. Yeah.
Enemy located.
I forgot what button my grenade... Up, found it. I briefly forgot what button I had set to grenade.
We've got orders from the Fourth Pelican.
The censorship on YouTube doesn't need to happen the way that it does at all.
Check it out.
At all. Just because I say, oh, I like Trump, or hell, I can come out and say, I think Kamala Harris, I'd like to bend her over my tailgate. I think I should be able to say that.
I don't believe it.
Even though it's gross, and I would never actually say that in any serious capacity. But the point is that you should be able to, as far as being able to say these things, you should be able to say them.
This is bad. Real bad.
Yes. And not only that, even without the First Amendment, you should, no matter what, have the right to speak your grievances. Oh, I have a lot of grievances with them. Right! They're turning the frogs gay. I can't believe that you know what's worse? I can't believe that he was actually right about that. Yes, it's called atrazine. The chemical literally has a name. Yeah, he was fucking everything that he's been right about. And that's the one thing that, like, everyone's like, oh, huh. Son of a bitch. I mean, you gotta understand that we're talking about Alex Jones here. Someone who's right more times than he's wrong. And for the last, 4 years, he's been right so many times, he must feel like he's taking crazy pills. Yeah, but what's even worse is that he was right.
Uh-oh. Hey, they're leaving the Athens.
Oh, I'm not.
Cortana, assessment.
That explosion came from inside the Athens. Same as the Malta. The Covenant must have brought something with them. A bomb.
And they sure as hell brought one here.
Yeah.
Chief,
I have kind of my own standpoints, but they're all, ultra-conservative, and a lot of people don't like them. For example, I think that adultery should still be a criminal act. A lot of people don't agree with that because they think, sexual liberation bullshit. And I'm like, yeah, and look where that's fucking got us. No. It's literally a matter of look where that fucking got us. And, that should be a crime.
Get the hell out of my armory, Split! Oh,
Yeah.
dang it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even think that you need to justify it. I think that it's literally just as blatantly straight as, you made the commitment to marry someone, and instead of being loyal, you decided to fuck, the next piece of meat that came through. And that goes both ways.
Hang on, everyone.
Oh, I love my fiance, but I physically fucking require her to go to work every day because she drives me nuts sometimes. It's literally... Okay, so I like... Well, it's not just that, it's also the, it's the content of our conversations. She tends to obsess over Pokemon a lot. And sometimes I love her to death. She is, and it is fine, but sometimes I need a little bit of me and the guys time,
I need a squad and habitat shelter.
Yeah, get a little too clingy. Excuse me. See, me and mine, we live together, so, we're getting married, and maybe there might be something else going on too. I want to wait before I... Let's just say there's some signs that something else really good might be happening too. Which is why, the other reason why I need my YouTube channel to actually take off and people need to like and subscribe, because, like, I can't keep doing this for free, you know?
Come on, Chief, this way.
I mean, I would love very much to turn YouTube into a kind of pseudo-career where I'm having conversations with people and actually doing, you know... When I bring up something conservative to talk about in politics, it's more just a conversation starter. It's not... I'm not generally, like... I know how I believe. You're not going to convince me to believe otherwise unless you have substantial amounts of data to back it up. And, you know, that's just the way that it is. Now, that being said, I do also have some left-leaning things that I personally do believe in, one of them being universal basic income. And the reason I say...
Sir, boarders have breached the fire control center.
And the reason I'm bringing that up is because of stuff like automation and AI being, you know... A lot of jobs are going to start fucking disappearing, and, you know... People still need to eat. So, what I'm saying is like, any job that gets replaced by AI or automation, any company that does that should be taxed, and that specific amount of tax money should be put into a pool that should be shared equally amongst the citizens that are not the owners of that company. And it should be based on the profits only, not the operating margins. And that way we can offset, you know, the potential fuck-up of, oh, we just starved our whole country to death because we, you know, over-innovated and didn't account for it. Here. I'm usually bad at this part. But yeah. Oh yeah. Or make it to where it's less hostile for home ownership in general. You know how many people end up homeless because of high taxes on home ownership? Like, and not to mention, the other thing is, ban homeowners associations. That needs to stop entirely. Yeah. They need to be banned. I don't give a damn. You can say, oh, well, freedom of association, fine. You can associate all that you want, but you can't impose your fucking rules on me. The carriers are breaking through, sir. I don't give a shit about how your fucking neighborhood looks. I give a shit about my fucking bills.
Admiral, do what you can against the second. Everyone, form up. Follow my lead.
No one cares, fucking Karen. Yeah, no shit. I can't say that. I can't repeat that. I am so glad. I am so glad I did not tether the party chat to my fucking stream. Oh my god, I'd be banned in a second. YouTube would have smoked my account the second they heard that. Holy shit. I'm glad I had the foresight to not do that. Actually, I kind of wish I didn't have to worry about that shit, because to be honest with you, that's probably... Because that would be the conversation that gets, you know, 1 million fucking views right there. And you're right. YouTube censors are pansies. They, like... Actually, they're not pansies. I think they're just morally bankrupted. Because, like, you can sit here and talk about sex all day, but when you say an insult or something that's fucking hilarious, then they get all butthurt about it. So. That's Cairo Station's done. Been at it for half an hour, but a good portion of that half hour was me and Solar trying to figure stuff out. So, probably about.
How much time was left?
You don't want to know.
Cairo, this is an Emberclad.
The carrier
Yo.
shield is down. I'm in position and ready for immediate assault.
Negative, Commander. Not against a ship that size. Not on your own.
Sir, permission to leave the station.
For what purpose, Master Chief?
To give the Covenant back their bomb.
Permission granted.
You would not have had Riot at that point, and I'm not... I know YouTube's kind of iffy on this topic, but Tim Pool kind of covers it on a daily basis. If Kamala Harris had won,
I know what you're thinking, and it's
it would have been an arm. It would have been about a year or two, and then you would have had an armed uprising. I probably wouldn't have taken part in it unless I had no other choice. But like, yeah, no, look. My guns and my weapons are to defend me and my family. Fuck your country, fuck your democracy, my freedom matters more. And under that precept, I'm not gonna waste my ammo on your fucking civil strife and civil war. And I don't give a damn who shows up to my door bitching about it. It's not my fucking issue. And that's the way I look at it. I'm over 30 years old. I have every fucking right to say it. I can't be drafted into the military anymore because I'm over 28 years old, and you can piss off. So, you know. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it was plenty illegal. It's just... When is anyone gonna fucking do anything about it?
The message just repeats. Regret, regret, regret.
Oh yeah.
Any idea what it means?
Dude, it was it was outright elder abuse to have him run in the first place. 100%. He's like 90 something years old basically, and he doesn't have. And whereas Donald Trump has most of his vigor still in him, you know, I mean, not as much as he used to, but, you know, he still has...
We're going in.
Yeah. And left it open for the public. Yeah. Yeah. Well, how is it that you're too mentally compromised? No. How are you too mentally compromised to stand trial for a criminal case, but not mentally compromised enough to be removed as president? Exactly. Where the fuck does that make any fucking sense? You're telling me he's so mentally senile that he can't stand trial, but yet he's mentally competent enough to be fucking president? Where the fuck does that make sense? It doesn't. Yeah. Fuck, you're insulting Pop-Tarts. Dude's literally insulting Pop-Tarts right now. They're like my favorite junk food. So.
If they didn't know we're here before, they do now.
Check him out.
S'mores is good. I like the Oreo cookies and cream one. I can't, I technically can't say this joke on YouTube, so hopefully it doesn't get me banned, but to put it another way, I like having white cream in chocolate. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Take that information as you will. And and, you know, anyone who wants to take that the adult way and say that I'm a racist or whatever, I've had 3 black girlfriends and 2 Chinese girlfriends, and I almost had a Japanese girlfriend, but she moved away, so piss off. Dude, I have more ex-girlfriends than years I've been the fuck alive. Oh, God. I bet you she probably snogged pretty good, though.
Well met,
oh! I mean, whatever floats your boat. You're the one with the voice. Right. I remember you. Hey, in my defense, I haven't been in an Xbox party for over a month. Okay? I've got like 3... Alright, so here's the thing. I had 3 friends with voice things and like 5 people that aren't on my friends list that I'm kind of friendly with, that are friends of friends, that also have some sort of voice abnormality. So keeping track of all of that for my brain is kind of difficult. And you'd have to literally be in my brain to understand why. It's literally Joe Biden syndrome, but like a billion times worse, because everything is going like super fast all the time. So, hell no. Putting a bullet in someone who sniffs kids might, maybe, but... Actually, I don't know if Chance is still on my friends list, but she was one of my friends who went through the whole surgery thing to get gender swapped and realized it was a mistake and wanted to change back, and it couldn't. So that was not a fun experience, but because of that, her voice is like super, super deep. Yeah.
Don't make me take off my belt. Y'all see how he did that? Good.
Okay. So here's... I hate to interrupt you, but here's kind of my philosophy on that whole thing. I think it's fucking disgusting on a personal level. On a religious level, I find it intolerable. On the legal justice system level of, like, laws that should exist, if you're an adult and you're making these decisions for yourself and you've been through the proper therapies to make sure that it's what you really want to do, then whatever. But kids, fuck you. Stay away from the fucking kids or catch a fucking bullet. That's it. Plain and simple. Like, plain and simple. It's not that fucking hard. And you know what? I'll be blunt, okay? The only reason that I think that kids should be raised straight is because that's the fucking default. That is the default for humanity. Scientifically, it's the default. Religiously, it's the default. Mentally, it's the default. Emotionally, it's the fucking default. It's the default for a fucking reason. And if it happens, it happens. Yes. And to the people on the right, I'll say this much. If it fucking happens, stop making it so awkward when it's an adult that fucking does it. When it's a kid, then you know, raise a stink. But, like, if it's an adult and they've been through all this shit, then whatever. And you know what? There is a phrase that pisses me off from modern society. What you do in the bedroom is your business. That is such horseshit. And here's why... No. Here's why that is a lie. It's horseshit because it's a lie. Okay, number one. You cannot entice you can't even entice a minor into that situation. It's illegal and fucking disgusting. Animals are the same way, okay? That is bedroom activity, so therefore whatever you do in your bedroom is not up to you in your fucking bedroom. That phrase needs to fucking die.
Hunters.
Yeah. It's a phrase that was pitched around back in, like, the 70s of, like, what you do in your bedroom is your business kind of thing. And it's not the truth. Not even remotely is it the truth.
Second squad, this is Cortana. What is your status? Over.
Another phrase that needs to die is the whole age is just a number because, yeah, 13 will get you 50, dude. Another fucking lie.
Chase them down, rub them out.
To be blunt,
Sergeant, I need
the whole mentality of
my Pelicans are gonna start airlifting armor and reinforcements in the city. They'll need an escort
what you call
that
it
isn't
there.
afraid of a little
The idea that sexual liberation is the be-all, end-all is just garbage. It's a stupid talking point that makes no sense. Because we already have the government in our bedroom all the fucking time anyway. It's called a cell phone. And if you think they're not listening, well, let's go back and go over what Edward Snowden had to cover about phones being shut off but not, or being put in a standby mode but still being functional, and how how phones can still listen to you even if they're powered off with the fucking battery in. You ever wonder why these companies made it so you couldn't remove your battery from your phone anymore?
Grenade. Heads up.
Actually, no. It was because the federal government petitioned them to make it so people couldn't remove their fucking batteries from their phones. And they did that so that way it would be harder for people to, you know, have a burner phone that couldn't be tracked. Fun fact, you can turn on an Android and an Apple phone remotely even if the power is turned off. All you need is the SIM card number and the IMEI number. Everything from there is all just programming language.
Stay out of sight.
No. You're basically immune to it. Yeah.
Saddle up.
Your phone is one of those phones that's so old when you hit the power button, that bitch stays off. God, I missed playing this on normal. All the times I had to play Halo 2 and it was, you know, it was on a higher difficulty. And you had to take your time with the bullshit, and it's like, why? I don't want to have fun.
The highest concentration of Covenant troops is directly below the carrier. I don't think they want you to get on board.
Hey, punch it!
That bridge is the most direct route to the city center.
Go!
Oh man, I love the beach.
I hope you packed a suit, mate.
Cut the chatter. We got trouble.
Ow! Ah! No! Come on, man! Hostile down! Don't let him get away! Hoo-ah! Ah, this never gets old, mate.
Chief, the carrier just launched a wave of pods. They're inbound on your position.
Now, the game that I would like to be able to cross-comp, and I would probably... It would have to be more than one stream out of the Halo series. That would be ODST.
Hey, careful, mate!
I've been analyzing the Covenant.
I was actually talking about the campaign.
They're surprised, confused. I don't think they expected us to be here. Not you and me. All of us. Humanity on Earth. Odd, I know, but it does help explain why they came here with such a small fleet.
Yeah, that's the way. That's the way. Ah! Turn it down.
Oh, so glad this isn't Halo 1. I can get away with some shenanigans here. Well, see, the other thing is that if you're not trying to, like, glitch the game to get outside of the maps or anything on Halo 2, it's not really that long of a game. Like, I'm already just about done with the new Mombasa mission, so...
These guys just don't learn. Ah, man. Oh, man.
The Covenant must be trying to regroup. Don't let them.
Ow!
Yeah, this Warthog is going to end up eating shit, I'm sure. And I'm going to be inside it when it does, probably.
Ah, greased him. Good job,
Bob and weave, bob and weave. I am, but it depends on what it is. Holy shit. Oh.
It blew right through us. 50 cal rockets didn't do a thing.
I'm skipping a couple of the cutscenes because they're too long.
There's more of them.
Yeah, I'm already driving the tank.
Take it to him.
Okay, everyone be cool. Well, this is where I leave.
Heads up.
Here I come.
What are you waiting for?
Look out! No, I really should start counting.
Now I should be seeing some aerial traffic at some point.
Enemy ghost.
Haha, we are tear.
I play World of Tanks for fun. You think your ghosts matter worth a shit? To spite you.
Flying vehicle. Driving.
Get on the tank, stupid.
This is serious, man. Surprise, surprise.
Incoming.
Could you imagine if someone took an M1 Abrams and turned it into a drone?
Look out!
Take an M1 Abrams tank and turn it into a drivable drone.
Got another hostile.
Get on, man. Ow! That ain't right, sir. Hey! Watch where you're throwing, sir. All right, here it comes.
Well, that was an interesting explosion.
No!
That's quite a welcome party.
And that is how you lead your shots in a tank.
Trouble, brother. Ready up. On, man.
I'm hit.
Don't see any blood, dude.
Move up.
Well, this tank has been ridden hard and put away wet, that's for sure. Got fire coming out the backside and smoke and all kinds of shit. But hey, it is the life of a tank. Do a shit ton of damage and take it in turn.
New contact!
There is a tire, a literal tire off of a vehicle, standing perfectly straight that my game had rendered, and I thought it was a bad guy for a minute from the distance. And then I got closer and I'm like, that's a car tire.
Secure the area.
It's tight quarters on the other side, sir. Use this.
Marines, follow the chief.
On my way!
Problem solved. Did we make it?
Keep going!
Hmm.
Keep it up.
Right.
Could use you on the gun, Chief.
You know what? Go ahead. You go ahead and you operate the driving part of this there, computer. You gave me a Gauss hog. I'm happy.
Get on out here so I can sight on you. If you ask nice, I'll kill you a little bit. Oh, we got a ghost inbound!
That moment when you realize that a single Gauss hog is enough to take out the Covenant Armada.
What?
Especially considering it's the Halo 2 variant we're talking about. That is, if you have a competent driver.
There are a number of Marines trapped in that building, Chief. Concentrate on the Wraiths. They're the biggest threat.
No Wraith for you.
Sir, Corporal Perez, A Company. CP's this way.
Give me your battle rifle,
Lieutenant got here
Marine.
As soon as we dropped in.
Who's in charge now, Corporal?
Sergeant Banks, ma'am. He's up top. Come on, I'll show you. Sorry.
About to kill me a scarab.
After reinforcements, I didn't think they'd send a Spartan.
We got trouble.
Hmm. Scarab down. You know, I really feel bad for the people in the future who decide to pick wars with the United States, especially if we perfect automaton, like, robotics.
Roger that.
Could you imagine sitting here thinking that you're playing a video game, but instead you're controlling a fucking robot overseas? Think about that for a minute. You'd have 13-year-old kids marking terrorists from a fucking living room and they wouldn't even know what the fuck they're doing.
There's no time, sir.
Green light to engage.
And given how some of those morons play Fortnite, I wouldn't be surprised if it was absolutely horrifying.
Ma'am, without a destination solution...
We are not losing that ship.
Hey, it's the Arbiter mission. I always get turned around on this one. Hey, I like him. Work.
They could use the meat. Yeah, what about us? My belly aches. His flesh is seared just the way I like it. Why?
Oh, I don't remember.
We're like grunts fresh off the teeth. He's not meant to kill. Fireworks have something special in mind.
Man, I wish I had a couple rubber ducks in this game.
Noble prophets of truth and mercy, I have brought the incompetent.
You may leave, Tartar.
But I thought...
And take your boots with you.
I want a couple breach and clear charges and a couple rubber ducks.
The council decided to have you hung by your entrails.
Because nothing throws someone off after being, you know, after having a wall breach like seeing a little rubber duck in the middle of the room. How the fuck do you react to that?
Know where we are.
The mausoleum of the Arbiter.
Quite so. Here rests the vanguard of the great journey. Every Arbiter from first to last. Each one
Yeah, and every single one of them died in vain, so fuck off. I don't want to listen to that.
We are the arm of the prophets, Arbiter.
If you guys want to, on stream, if you guys want to see the videos and stuff, go buy the game and play it. It's not that expensive. It's like $30. We're not killing elites this time. Master Chief Collection.
Their local battle net in disarray. We have the element of surprise for now.
Engage active camouflage. Reveal yourselves only after the Arbiter has joined battle with the enemy.
You may wish to do the same, Arbiter. But take heed. Your armor system is not as new as ours. Your camouflage will not last forever.
Yeah, fuck stealth. I was never Mr. Stealth anyway. You gave me an energy sword. Stealth isn't an option. Let's just kill everything. Oh no, we're not dual wielding that. I'm dual wielding 2 needlers. Shit's gonna blow up. I frigged that up. Yeah, I'll take the Covenant carbine rounds, thank you. No, most of these streaming videos, I get more viewers after the stream is over than I do actually during, so I don't really lend too much credence to the live performance thing. It's just another way to record things.
Sentinels, defend us.
Only one thing I don't like about playing is the Arbiter. Covenant weapons are garbage. I'm on top of the Phantom. Yay. Someone's playing with a squeaky toy. Okay, correction. Covenant weapons are garbage, except for the fuel rod cannon. Normal. It was. Do that with the SMG and the BR.
So you're a painter too, I see.
So you're a painter too, I see.
Camouflage engaged. Are you blind? Hey, by the ring.
Well, this run certainly is not going to be a deathless run.
Camouflage engaged. Got it.
Probably gonna have to end the stream. I could always just do this in 2 parts. I'm really not feeling too good right now. My stomach's got the nausea thing going on. Oh, that was my neck. hell is my adrenaline kicking up for? This game's not that fucking exciting.
Arbiter, black dog of the province.
Not off the top of my head. $30-something or $3 million in condoms to Gaza? Oh, jeez. I mean, not much difference. Sorry, not sorry. I've been trolling on new Pokemon designs since, like, Gen 5. Mostly because I'm just an asshole, but...
Blessed rings. Deal with him, my brothers. I will defend the Oracle. Its truth must not be silenced.
The heretics are mobilizing their air force. Get after their leader, but watch your back. I'm sending one of our phantoms to support you.
It's never a war crime the first time. I hate that that button's for the Banshee Bomb. That's gonna suck. I'm in danger! And fucking Ralphie from The Simpsons. Yes, I'll take out the... Thank you for the new Banshee.
No sign of the heretic leader or his band. He must be searched.
Beating his meat. I know. I know. No comment. See, that phrase is that. Yeah. Then you got the white knuckle shuffle. The funniest part about that phrase, the funniest thing about the phrase beating your meat is that we have a friend named Limited Meat. So, a couple of the times I've had to go up against him on PvP in Destiny 2, I'd kill him with a melee just specifically so I could say I beat my meat. And it really throws everyone on the party chat off completely. The funniest shit. Hey man, gotta get my stress relief somehow.
Track the heretic leader to this part of the station. Clear that landing zone and get inside.
Right. And with a body count like mine, my spank bank is overflowing. Not something I'm particularly proud of, actually. Although I do joke about it quite often. Ugh. No, it's just that my family has a family history. We'll leave it at that. My mom, my sister, my grandmother, you know. And by that I mean my mother's mother, not my dad's mother. My dad's mom actually didn't have that problem. But, no, it's, yeah. It's a topic that has run around the kitchen table a few times. No, it's fine. Dude, I heard about it when I was like 12. I'm in my 30s, so like zero effect at this point.
I've smelled it before.
I mean, not necessarily zero, but I'm kind of desensitized to it, so it's like whatever. It sucks that it happened, but is that is a lizard chicken? What the flying? Where's my screenshot button? And to be frank, that, in my opinion, does not count as like a body count. Body count requires you to be willing. I was just saying that that's not really the definition of a body count because you weren't a willing participant. So, no, that actually makes you someone else's body count in a different manner, and that's wrong and unacceptable, but unfortunately, fucking more common than people like to admit.
I wondered who the prophets would send to silence me. An arbiter. Unflattered.
He's using a hollow. He must be
I mean,
close.
I could always smack you upside the face with my tactical assault Twinkie.
Get in line.
That's what she said.
Stand firm. The flood.
Yeah, Xbox and fucked up jokes is my coping mechanism for how bad my life has been so far. So.
That was an accident.
Mine, actually, even if you do account for, you know, the laws of consent and everything else, blah, 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 here's the thing. My first one, I was legitimately 13 years old, and she was, like, 17. So, yeah. I wasn't groomed or nothing. In fact, I'm the one who initiated the whole thing. And what state you're in. The problem is New Hampshire didn't have protections for that at the time. Oh, I didn't. No, hell no. I have the potential to have at least 50 different children that I don't know of. And I might be working on my third that I do. So, when you sit here and people talk about body counts and how it's disgraceful, yeah, when people say stuff like body counts and all this stuff and how having a high body count is blah blah blah, I'm sitting here like, yeah, and yet... To put it quite simply, my Wing Dang Doodle does not discriminate poor or rich, black or white, green or blue. A hole is a hole. Unless it's a manhole, then I don't roll that way. But no comment. I am the beef factory. I am the fucking beef factory. You know what? This is not necessarily a bad thing. I'm 5'9" and weigh 308. I wish I had your metabolism. I wish I had half of your metabolism. Yes, they did. Mm-hmm. That's my... I shouldn't say this because it makes me sound terrible, and I am trying to change it, but that sounds like a normal fucking meal for me. I'm sorry. I'm the guy who went to McDonald's. I went to McDonald's back when I was like 20 years old. I blew $50, and you know what I bought? 25 snack wraps, because they used to have the chicken snack wraps, which were fucking amazing, and fuck you, McDonald's, for taking them from me. And the rest of the food was all McDoubles. I had that bag gone by noon. Oh, I know. It's great. Yeah, and yet everyone eats there. Even the people who say that they don't, you usually see them swinging in for a cup of coffee. It's funny. Yeah. Yeah. My fiance works at McDonald's, so it's kind of, I get free shit sometimes. Like, so here's the fun thing about their stuff. Like, they can only have it out for so long. And if I happen to show up at the right time and they're gonna throw it out because it's at its, you know, at its time anyway, I usually get it for free. Why does it sound like you're playing No Man's Sky? Oh. No. God, maybe I should have friggin' streamed that game. At least it would have been more interesting. I'm on the friggin' elevator part in the Arbiter mission. Boring! Let me check. I have a notification for it. Yes, I did get that. Oh, yep. You can send it, but I probably won't watch it till later. Because I'm trying to get this done. I love Halo, I just don't want to be playing it all day.
We should have brought weapons to burn these bodies.
Yes and no, actually. I don't play the mainline Souls games. I play Souls-like games. Not that I have a problem with the Souls games in general, it's just, I have to redo this damn level later, you sons of... The rep... Well, I was gonna get into Elden Ring, but money kind of put a kibosh on that. I'm still debating on that one. I know I'm gonna look into getting it on the Xbox app, but I don't know if it has the, whatchamacallit. You buy it one place, you can use it in both places. Something that the Xbox app should be doing in general. Yeah. It depends. There are so many... How do I explain this? I don't use a traditional keyboard and mouse. What I have is called a Tartarus. Razer. It's a Razer Tartarus. And I don't use the normal keyboard. I actually have all of the joys of a joystick with all of the conveniences of the fast aiming mouse. So, for me, a lot of games, and people who use my setup, a lot of games that were quote-unquote feel like they should be on controller, generally speaking, that's not true. But that's because I'm using a third-party accessory that effectively gives me the best of both worlds. No. Similar, but not quite. Yeah. See, with this, if the game has aim assist, I can use it. I never do, because why? I'm using a fucking mouse. It is, and it isn't. If you're using a mouse, it is. If you're not, it isn't. Using a mouse to aim, you don't need aim assist because you have more fine motor control over what you're doing with your wrist than you do with your thumb. And you can aim a lot better with a point-and-click motion of a mouse than you can with a joystick. I've proven this, actually, by using a controller to control a mouse on a desktop. So aim assist is virtually useless for anyone using keyboard and mouse. It's why? Just why? Unless you're playing something like Minecraft. Minecraft is an exception because Minecraft has a massive hitbox issue where some of the hitboxes are not where they're supposed to be. I'm not sure if you've noticed this or not, but like when you go to attack a zombie, for example, and you shoot it in the arm with an arrow and nothing happens. That, I think, would warrant, aim assist being fine. Also, the fact that it's not strictly a PvP game. If you're playing something like Valorant or whatever, then no, aim assist on PC, fuck off. Unless you're using a controller. Piss glass. Yeah, the problem with that is that I've seen people who are pro aim assist try to make the same arguments, and I've used aimbots before. They're nothing alike. Depending on the game and depending on the gun. That variable can be true for a lot of games, but it's not true for all of them. Try using a hand cannon on PC from Destiny 2. It is a lot more accurate, but the recoil is still there. And that... But the thing that the issue I have with it is easier to aim with a keyboard and mouse than it is with a controller. It is easier to move with a controller than it is with a keyboard. A lot easier. The reason I like using the Razer Tartarus is because I get the movement of a controller, but the easy aim of a mouse. Also, my mouse, I have my spacebar tethered to one of the side buttons on my mouse, because it's a first-person shooter gaming mouse. And you want to talk about bumper jumper. Which is another thing. I can do things with this setup that a controller just can't do without having to go into the settings every 2 seconds to fix it. But that's because on one hand I've got like 8 buttons and on the other I've got like 30 that I can push. So... yeah. Yep. Yeah, but it's not always. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's easier to land your shots. Like, on PC versus the game console. And I'm not just talking about the fucking Xbox, because admittedly, I've tried Destiny 2 on the PlayStation platform, and I didn't care for it. But that's because of the way the controller's set up for PlayStation. I don't feel it's very conducive to first-person shooters. And that's... yeah.
Bring the phantoms close to the mine.
Yeah.
They're not leaving until the leader of these heretics.
I think they feel great, personally, but... And this is coming from someone who... My first 2 real gaming consoles was a PlayStation 1 and a PlayStation 2. So... I hate console wars. It's funny for a meme, but that's about all it's good for. Stupid. No, they don't. Not anymore. They used to. They used to, but they're an outdated concept that just doesn't need to exist anymore. Okay. Yeah. If we're talking about gameplay, specifically, I agree. If we're talking about gaming overall, PC is the hardest one. And the reason I can say that is because on a gaming console, you don't actually have to do anything to set the game up, really. In the PC, I've actually had games on PC where it took me 2 hours of settings configuring before I could even play the damn game. Skyrim did that to me when I first bought it on the PC. Way back when it first came out. I spent, like, a day doing nothing but the fucking settings just to get my graphics to work right. So, if we're talking about strictly gameplay, you're right. But if we're talking about gaming overall, PC's a different can of worms sometimes. which makes no fucking sense at all, because in reality it doesn't matter. Alright, here's my problem with that. They have a refrigerator that you can play Doom Eternal on. I do not care about console wars. Okay, I literally don't care. The fact that I can play a video game on a refrigerator shows you exactly the fact that it does not matter. It just doesn't. I have a tablet that is under my monitor that I use for my streaming stuff, and it is just a cheapy Walmart, on tablet. I have so many games on that thing that I can play. I don't technically need any other platform if I chose to go straight mobile. I wouldn't, because, that exists for power outages, which happen here quite a bit. Along with my Nintendo Switch, and let's just openly admit that we live in such a cushy society that, a power outage is just about the worst thing that happens to me on a daily basis. Yes, it is, but at the same token, there is a part of me, a very Alaskan part of me that misses having to struggle for things, like actually having to do things. And a lot of people don't understand what I mean when I say that, because they don't know what Bush, Alaska's like. Like, when your water for the day comes from the one town faucet in the town well, and you have to carry it by bucket. When you have to take a different bucket and not get it confused with your water bucket, because it's the bucket that you shit in. I mean, it's gross to say it that way, but it was the reality of living that way. And actually, we didn't have that problem, because we always made sure to clean up our shit. Yeah, literally. But, no, it's just like, so while I enjoy gaming, and I definitely enjoy the cushy life that is in the lower 48, I don't give a damn what any fucker wants to say down here, you guys have it easy by comparison. It's just, it's a different lifestyle, but it has its moments, and they all do. This lifestyle down here in the lower 48, it can be very tedious and extremely fucking boring. And I don't just say that out of a, oh, I hate the idea of the 9 to 5 or whatever. But that can be boring too. Oh my god, can it? But, no, I don't either. I think it's a terrible thing. I think that you need to be living at your job, and what I mean by that is the way that we used to do things back when the blacksmith's son became the next blacksmith. Unless they had some extreme talent for something else. Like, we need to go back to doing that, because that's where all of our talent was, and because we've stepped away from that, we've thrown away a lot of talent in the name of trying to diversify talent, and we've done the opposite. We've actually removed a lot of skills because of that. Hey, watch this, it says.
All my transits are in the air. Go ahead, cut the cable.
Cut the cables, huh? Okay, I can do that. I wish I had a sprint button, I'd do it a little faster, but... But no, like, in my case, I was supposed to be a police officer. I really was. My dad was, his dad was, and so on. But, I followed my dreams and got turned down from them, and then went to a backup plan, because by the time I kind of realized that being a cop was the next best option, well, the whole world started to burn, basically, with defund the police, so... Stupid. Yeah. And it was just kind of really dumb, and now we're all realizing, oh, hey, we actually need the police. Go figure.
That's it. The station is in free fall.
That, and I don't really have the temperament for it. Like, I'll admit to it, I will cop to it. The second a hot woman gives me her phone number, she's getting out of that fucking ticket. I'll admit to that, absolutely. Especially if she's legitimately interested in going on a date, because then, you know, I'm that way. I'm a pig, and I admit to it. Like, my fiance knows my views on this. If I went to Japan right now, okay, and I was in that kind of a mood, and I had an extremely hot, like, Japanese model come up to me, grab me by the hand, and drag me off to her hotel room, there's a very strong chance I'd never be seen again. One reason or another. Either I ended up being some sacrifice for some sick ritual somewhere, or, you know, I'm... or I'm going out and doing my own thing. And by the way, she agrees with me that if that were the case, why is my E button not working? Oh, I guess we're going down then. There's just a lot of things that religiously I believe that practically there I could see exceptions for. The Bible itself says, you know, no to adultery, right? But, like, if you're literally one of, like, 5 people left on the fucking planet, and you're the one man, and there are 5 women there, what are you gonna do? And don't you fucking lie to me. We all know what's gonna happen. There's gonna be you're gonna make sure that food and health and, you know, water are available, and then there's gonna be a whole lot of kids being made, because that's the human prerogative. It's our biological directive is to reproduce.
What's loaded? You'll never escape this maelstrom and abandon. Wait, the hang. There was a Seraph fighter inside.
Come on, where's that boost button? There we go. That's the problem I have with keyboard and mouse, keeping track of where my buttons are. And in that regard, I could absolutely outshoot just about anyone in Destiny 2 using a controller, using the setup that I have. The problem is not going to be my ability to shoot. The problem is going to be remembering what ability buttons I have, you know, tethered to where. And that would get me killed 100% of the time, and has actually in the past. Because, like, how am I supposed to whip out my fire hammers if I can't remember what button I have them tethered to? Kinda useless if you can't remember how to fucking use them, aren't they? On my controller, it was my bumpers. On my keyboard, it is actually not my keyboard, it's one of my mouse buttons. Because I use a Logitech Hero 520 wireless. They're alright. The only thing that I have to bitch about this particular mouse is actually the battery. I stopped doing that because I got tired of the cord drag. But if you saw my setup, you'd understand why cord drag was a more prevalent issue. I shared a picture of it with Solar. It's literally I don't have a desk, it's a chair. like, straight up my computer and my TV monitor, actually it's just a smart TV that I've turned into a computer monitor, it's all bolted to a chair. Fuck this, I'm running. Which would work better if I had a sprint button, but I don't. Yeah, this is going to be a two-parter stream. I'm going to cap off this level, which is about the halfway point, actually. And I'll do the other half tomorrow, so... I don't see a reason to overdo... You know... There's no reason to overkill it like I did with the Minish Cap, where it was 2 5-hour episodes in one friggin' day. Yeah. Nice. Oh, you got the water landing gear things. Nice. I actually was working on those before I had gotten into doing other streaming bits. Not wasting my time on killing all these ads. We're just gonna find the nearest door. Yeah, we're gonna end this when I kill the traitor for the Covenant's traitor.
Arbiter, I would rather die.
Yeah, as soon as I'm done, I just gotta kill this jetpack using asshole. Yeah. It was actually an easy kill, I just killed him. I'm gonna start the next chapter and save and quit, and then I'm gonna end the stream because I got family up, and I can't be doing this all day.
Why do you think
Yeah.
That is horrible. So it is. Come, you're leaving the system.
Also, it'll give me a chance to start downloading the core files for Destiny 2. Nice.
Report.
Both engine
My
cores are
big
plugged into
reason
We're
for
drifting.
hating the
Arch pocket
DLC
hold. I'll need to rekey the
differences
system.
is
Do it and find out where we are.
I have weapons on my Titan
You in one piece?
that are
I'm
DLC
good.
weapons,
Chief?
We're fine.
Man, there's
and
an
I
object
should still
coming
be
into
able to
view
use them.
now.
Cortana, what exactly am I
But
looking
instead, what I get is a little gray bar, or a little red bar that says, "Sorry, you have to buy this thing." I'm like, I already fucking did.
What my father found. I thought Halo was some sort of super weapon.
It is. If activated, this ring will cause destruction on a galactic scale. I want all the information you've got on the first Halo. Schematics, topography, whatever.
I don't care if I have the clearance or not.
Yes, ma'am.
Where's our target?
The enemy ship has stopped above the ring, ma'am. We're going to pass right over it.
Perfect. Given what we know about this ring, it's even more important that we capture the Prophet of Regret. Find out why he came to Earth. Why he came here.
Prophet of Regret. Okay, I'll just smash his head in, but I won't do it now. That'll be later.
Sergeant, load up 2 flights of Pelicans and follow them in.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Until I can move and fight, I'm going to keep a low profile. Once you leave the ship, you're on your own.
Oh, I'll do this. I'll do the same thing later, but just like right now, I gotta mix it up and do something else. I've done over an hour's worth. I've actually done over 2 hours worth of streaming already. You know, not that I have a problem doing it. It's just like I've been doing it every freaking day basically for like 2 months. So.
Mind the bump.
Yeah. That's okay. When I'm stuck here by myself and I don't have anyone in an Xbox party, I will actively insult myself. Just for straight up the entertainment value.
Possibly make
Also, if I'm stuck somewhere long enough and don't talk about anything for a prolonged period of time, I start thinking about shit from the Book of Revelations in the Bible, and I really don't want to think about that. But anyway, that's going to cap it for the stream for today. I got to get some lunch, and I'm burnt, so if you guys like the content, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.